Hey Model Railroaders, Steve 87th here. My last trip sent me out to Michigan, where I was able to go to a Menards and look at all of their displays that they have on their railroad stuff. At Christmas time, apparently they bring out a lot of their things. One of the cool things I saw was this life-size, almost rocket that was pretty cool. I was able to pick up some items while I was there. I actually got the red Kenworth with the bulldozer on it. These are all the things that were on the actual shelf. I was able to get one of the cat trucks. Which one is this one? This is the blue day cab. And then I also was able to get one of the yellow day cabs. So that was kind of cool. So that was what was on the shelf. It seems like they have different things at different stores depending upon what you get. And there's only 5 of them. And apparently it all depends upon what store you go to and what types of things that they have. I've also understood that when you order them online, it is just basically what's available and they just send you whatever. So, but anyway, these are a great bargain. They're really good looking. And yeah, if you get a chance, either go online or buy them at $9 a piece, even with shipping and all that. These are nice trucks. They're probably TNTs or who's the other one? I can't think of the name of the other company that makes them. But they're really good. They're wider trailers. You can see that the trailer is actually wider than the truck. So, and then plus you get equipment on each one of them. So go out and go to Menards, go out to their website or whatever, and go get you some cheap trucks that are modern if you have a modern setup. So my next stop was New Jersey, where I met up with some friends and went out tonight to listen to a band. So it seems like while I was in Jersey, I decided to take a little side trip. And since I was here, who knows when I'm going to get back here again. So let's go inside and take a look. So yes, I also went to Yankee Dabbler and I got some stuff, but I didn't bring anything home. The guys at Yankee Dabbler were really nice to work with. So instead of bringing it home, I had it sent to me. They were really nice. They were able to package it all up in one package and then get it here. I had little room in my suitcase left, so the packaging was pretty good. So let's see what I got from Yankee Dabbler. Again, it was a great time at the store. The guys were very, very knowledgeable. I talked to them for a little bit. the store itself was great and just packed with a lot of things. So if you get a chance to actually visit the store, they're good guys and they will help you out and talk to you about things. So let's see the things that I got. All right, first up is the Railbox Track for a Cure with handprints on it. So that was kind of a neat little thing. They had it in the store, and I decided to pick me up one of those. With everything that's going on, and kind of to remember people like Michelle and all that who are actually dealing with those things, I wanted to make sure that I had something on the railroad to depict that. So that was a pretty good deal. I actually don't know how much these individually cost because none of them were marked individually for their cost. The other thing that I was able to get, I actually got 2 of these, which is the Walters mainline tank cars. They're 25,000 gallons each, which will work well with my chemical company that will eventually get made. Again, I don't know actually what the cost was, but these were Walters mainlines. They were pretty good and they were available. So I thought that was a nice little thing to be able to grab. Another thing that I was able to find, which this company I don't even think is in existence anymore, but I got a bunch of dolphins. Okay, the dolphins are meant for making sure your boats don't run into piers and things like that. With my swing bridge and where it's going to be out in the water and all, these are pretty nice. He had about 5 of them. I grabbed 3 of them. I already have a couple, so it makes it a lot easier. He also had one of these nice little Triton Safeline buses. Haven't seen those too often, so I decided to grab one of those while I had a chance. Okay, another thing that he had, I thought that this was kind of interesting. This is a smaller substation. It's not the big, large substations that you see all over the place. This is a Walters. I think it's a newer release. So I decided to pick one of those up. Because you can always use this at an industry. It'll be kind of cool because you can see here it's just a single transformer with the power lines in. It's got the fencing around it and all. So that'll be an interesting little thing rather than a large substation that you would see going into a community or something like that. So that was kind of cool. Also picked up the brand new pallet racks that they had. I wanted to see how these looked and if the cost was pretty good. I think it's Prezer has these, but they're pretty expensive and you don't get too many of them. But it looks like here you get 6 single or 4 double wide racks. So that'll be cool with the different types of places that we have that store things and stuff like that. So that's kind of a neat little kit that they had. A lot of times when I go on these trips, I try to find things that I can't normally find or that I want to experiment with. So that worked out pretty well. Another item was some guardrails. I'm building a guardrail puncher, so that made sense to have something like that to make it a lot easier for me to understand how things work. Got some paraphernalia and my bill along with the card from Frank, Mike, and Jerry. And then lastly, I didn't see these before, but they have a transformer connector kit. So you actually have your transformers connected in, and these poles are meant to be used like either going across the street or as a singular type item where the transformer gets put into place, and then you either have the power lines going to the electric meters, which then are fed down to the house. You could probably also use these as a feeder into the ground to show that there's underground wires. That'd be kind of cool. So it's, again, you can see here, it is one of the electric pole sets for Woodland Scenics. And it gets 2 poles, 4 masts, 4 electric meters, and a wire threader. Okay, so you can see here that this is the main highland. And then if you just had a small side street, you would put in a single feeder pole. And then this pole, each one of these transformers would feed 2 different houses. Okay, So that's kind of a cool little thing. They also have the other transformer poles and all that. So I'm trying to get some of these together for when I get ready to electrically wire up my my outfit. So they were really nice. Let me see. Like I said, they threw in the shipping. Oh, and I also got a couple of things that I wanted. One was tacky wax. It's a cool little wax adhesive for holding miniatures in place. So you can either put this on the bottom of your people to hold them in place, or on the top of a stick, so it's easier to paint these. I needed something to hold the figures because I can't paint them and hold them at the same time. I'm really struggling with that. The other thing I decided to pick up was this glue, this card glue. My wife has a lot of different types, but when you're using the cardstock models and things like that, this glue is especially designed for it. So I've got a couple of cardstock models, and I wanted to see how that would come out. So that is what I got from part of my last trip. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and by the time you guys see this video, I'll be off on yet another adventure. There's another one coming out on what my mail calls were and some of the things that I've been working on. So until then, this is Steve87 saying thanks for watching, and I will catch you again later.